Hey girls. So first, I just want to say welcome to my page. Really excited that you guys are here. I feel like when people very first join the page that don't know about LipSense, I feel like I'm kind of answering the same questions over and over again. So I thought I would just make a quick video to kind of go through what LipSense is and how it works and how to apply and the gloss and all that stuff. So first off, LipSense is $25 for a color and $20 for a gloss. I know to some people that might seem like a little bit of an investment. I get that. When I first heard about LipSense, it probably took me about 3 months to actually try it because I kind of felt the same way. But when you compare it ounce per ounce to other lipsticks, it's actually cheaper than a lot of them. The way it works though is you have your color, and you cannot just buy the color on its own. You have to have a color and a gloss together. And a lot of people don't really understand why, but the reason is the color on its own is very tacky. Like, I have a video posted on this page that I can tag you in or you can look up. But basically, you put the color on and you don't even want to put your lips together because it's so tacky. Once you put our gloss on, the gloss takes all of that stickiness away and it moisturizes your lips with shea butter and vitamin E. So that's why you have to have them both together. Throughout the day, if your lips start to feel dry at all, you just put the glossy gloss on. You have to start with the glossy. A lot of girls like a matte finish. I know that's really popular right now. But if you apply the gloss and just wipe it in with your finger like that, in like 10 to 15 minutes, it'll go matte. So it just soaks in and then you have a matte color. You need the glossy gloss at first because LipSense works as an exfoliator. So when you first start wearing it, it tries to get off all those years of buildup of wax and other products that you have on your lips. So it's common that your lips will feel a little bit more dry. They might peel a little bit at first. So you really need the gloss so that you can put it on whenever your lips start to feel a little bit dry. And then after like a couple of weeks, your lips are going to feel better than they've ever felt before. And then after those couple of weeks, you can buy any of our other glosses that you want. But to start, you need the glossy gloss and the color together. So, application. So, LipSense is not a stain. It actually bonds to your lips. So, when you put it on, you first want to have your lips totally clean and totally dry. So what I do is I clean with witch hazel, and I suggest doing this at least the first couple of weeks. After the first couple of weeks, some girls just go to doing a warm washcloth and just making sure. But like when I put my makeup on every day, you guys, like every time I clean my lips, I have foundation on them. So because this isn't a stain and because it actually bonds to your lips, they need to be totally clean. Also, because it's not like lipstick where you can put it on and then just kind of, you know, wipe it in wherever you want. If you missed a little spot, you need to make sure when you apply that you apply it everywhere, especially in your corners and especially on your waterline right here, because that's where, for a lot of people, it'll break down first because that's where your saliva is. So what you want to do is you clean with witch hazel. I usually just get like a cotton pad like this, put it on, and then I clean it everywhere, even on the inside. And then what I do is I dry it off like with my finger like that. And then you take your bottle, and there's a little ball bearing in there. So the pigment will settle and it'll make it even stickier if you don't shake it up. So you want to shake it up really good. You take it out. You kind of like lightly wipe that off because you want your layers as thin as you can get them. If you put thick layers on, you're gonna, like later in the day, it can chunk up and like peel off if your layers are too thick. So you want to make sure they're really thin. You want to only go one direction when you put it on. So I usually start here and kind of outline the bottom of my lip, and then I fill in here, and then I go on the inside, and then I start in the middle here and go out in here and go out, and then I fill in the middle. And like, you kind of look dumb because you're doing it like this, but I promise, like, that's gonna be the best way. So you let that dry. You kind of do this, you let it dry in between layers. You don't want to put your lips together because it's really tacky. Like I said, maybe in the first like couple weeks when I used it, my reflex was to purse my lips together, and when I did, like, they totally stuck together, and then when I opened my mouth, like, it was totally took the color off my bottom lip, and I had to start all over again. So you just want to be careful. Like, it's not scary, but it's just better to have the information up front, so that way, like, you'll have the best experience with it and not be like, oh my gosh. So also, because there's SD40 alcohol in here, which is a cleaning agent, and it's also what helps it bond to your lips, when you first start using it, it's totally normal if your lips tingle when you put it on. And they'll usually only tingle for a couple seconds, and then it'll stop. If it tingles really bad, that just means that you're either dehydrated or your lips are really dry. If that's the case, you might want to just wear the gloss for a few days before you start doing the color and the gloss together. And after you wear it for a little while, that'll totally go away. So you do 3 layers, letting them dry really good in between. I usually just kind of tap, and if it's really, like, you can feel if it's still a little bit wet. So just make sure it dries really good, and then when you're done, you just put your gloss on. And you can put your gloss on any direction, like, you don't have to just go one way. The reason you only go one way with the LipSense is because if you put it on, like, if you go back and forth, it'll just take the color right back off, and you'll see that right away if you try it or if you forget. But you just want to go one direction. And you can also layer colors together to make like a ton of different colors. If you have 3 colors of LipSense, you can layer them together and make 27 different colors. It's pretty awesome. So we also have a remover. Mine looks gross because I've used it a lot. Basically, I like to use it for mess ups. Has the same wand, see, mine's gross, sorry, as the LipSense and the gloss. But what you do is, if you mess up, like, you can just push real hard and do that, and it'll take it right off. You can also use this to take off your LipSense. They have a new formula that I haven't tried yet. This is the original, and I didn't love this for taking it off, but I've heard now it's a lot better, so I actually need to try it and let you guys know what I think. But what I use to take mine off, again, this kind of looks gross because it's used, but I use the Neutrogena Beauty Bar. So again, I just take one of these cotton pads, I get it wet, and then I just rub it on here, and then I rub it on my lips, and it comes right off. So those are just a few things that I answer all the time, so I just wanted to let you guys know. There's a few girls who just joined the page, so I wanted to make this for you guys and for any future person. But having this information will help you really love your LipSense. I want you guys to like it as much as I do, because I think it's amazing and like the best product I've ever tried for lip color. I mean, I have never had a color that, number one, was that good and kept my lips moisturized, because I have really dry lips, and I've tried tons of other products, and like halfway through the day, like, my lips would get super dry, and then there wasn't anything I can do about it except be miserable. But this gloss permeates through the color to your lips, so it's super moisturizing, totally amazing, and I hope you guys love it as much as I do. Thanks for watching, and thanks for being on my page. Bye, guys.